So okay, so
Despised.
despise matlab despise ke bad or something like that, you know. Despise matlab नीचा हो जाना, मतलब with गिरा हुआ हो जाना, मतलब something like that. So ashraful makhluqat, man is ashraful makhluqat, and if a man becomes a monkey, then he's degraded or downsized kind of a thing. So that is what khasiin would mean, that they are despised, dhutkare hue, to be put in Urdu, dhutkare hue. Right? So لقد علمتم الذين اعتدوا منكم في السبت فقلنا لهم كونوا قردة خاسئين. So the Bani Israel were asked not to do any worldly activities on Saturday and dedicated for worship. So some people came up with tricks to violate it. For some fishermen placed their nets in the water on Friday and collected these fishes on Sunday. Seemingly they were not doing the activity of fishing on Saturday, and this did not stop it despite of them being warned about it. So it means that their minds were still there and they were still not completely dedicated to their worship to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Kunu kirdatan khasi'in, they twisted the law, so Allah punished them by twisting their bodies to those of the monkeys, right? Let's take the hadith now. Narrated Abu Amir or Abu Malik al-Ashri that he heard the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam saying, from among my followers there will be some people who will consider illegal sexual intercourse, the wearing of the silk, the drinking of alcohol, and the use of musical instruments as lawful. So we have a lot of people doing these wrong things or prohibited things and then finding excuses to justify them. And most important, I would say, of that is riba that people are taking and justifying their use by saying that everybody is doing it or whatever. And we are twisting the laws of Allah, and for that we could be punished for that. So in this hadith, the Prophet ﷺ has warned us that some Muslims also will twist the orders of Allah, and we are seeing that happening in front of our eyes. Therefore, we have to be careful and avoid such people. There's another hadith which says that whatever sins the kaum of Musa alayhi salam has done, or the Nasrana or the Christians have done, our Prophet ﷺ said that my ummah also is going to do each and everything or each and every sin that they have done, so much so that if they have entered a lizard hole, my people will also enter a lizard hole. So may Allah protect us from the sins that that they have done, and we shouldn't fall trap to such things. To realize the severity and to take lessons, close your eyes for 10 seconds and look at those monkeys and feel their punishment. They will help you register the lesson into your minds. It's very demeaning to become a monkey. May Allah Ta'ala protect us, and this concept is there in the Hinduism also, where they say that if you have done bad deeds, then you will become low organisms, or you will become lesser organisms or something like that. So I don't know if that has come from here, but that is a concept that some Hindus do have. Faj'alnaha, and we made it. What is this? Ha is the punishment, right? Nakalan is a deterring punishment, a punishment which is giving example. Lima baina yadayha, li for ma, whatever, baina, between, yadayha, between their hands, between that whatever is in front of them or the people who were there at that time, wama khalfaha, and people who succeeded them. Khalafa means to succeed. We know khalifa comes from that. Whatever khalafaha, whatever came after it. Wa maw'izatan lil muttaqin, and a lesson. Wa maw'iz is a lesson that we take, and what are the root words of maw'iza? Maw'iza, root word.
Was.
Wow, ain, and wa, wa'adha, was, right? So was, correct. The was that we listen in the khutbah, wa'adha is actually an admonition. It's actually a lesson, an admonition for us. That is the was, and from that is word is coming maw'izah lil muttaqin, for the muttaqin. Okay, right. So this part we have not taken. So who will take this? Dr. Abdul Rahman sahab, aap karenge?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ولقد علمتم الذين اعتدوا منكم في السبت فقلنا لهم كونوا قردة خاسئين فجعلناها نكالا
No,
لما
you need
بين
to do the
يديها.
first part. This is the first part. Somebody else can do the second part. Yeah.
Okay. وَلَقَدْ عَلِمْتُمْ, and when you already know,
New.
الَّذِي, about those,
Hmm.
اعتدوا منكم, transgressed among you, fi sabti, in the matter of sabt. فَقُلْنَا لَهُمْ, and so we said to them, كُونُوا قِرَدَةً خَاسِئِينَ, be apes despised.
Despised. Okay, mashallah.
Despised.
So very nice. You had broken at alladhina and you made it rightly at i'tadu, right? You read it i'tadu. So why did you do that? What form is this?
Imperative.
Huh? Alladhina i'tadu. It is imperative, no?
Past.
Past. So which
Past
form? Yes, which form?
yeah,
Okay, root words.
Ala yuf'ilu.
Which what are the root words of this?
Af'ala yuf'ilu.
No, root words.
Aduun.
Ain and dal and waw. Adu. Ain dal waw. Right? And here we have which pattern then it falls into? Ikhtalafa. Ifta'ala. Right? This ta is extra. Right? This is a past tense verb.
Correct.
Right? Ifta'ala. So iftadu. I'tadu. Okay.
If ta'ala yafta'ilu ifti'alun.
That's right. So this is a past tense. This is not an order.
Correct.
Correct.
Past
So that's what. So you have to now understand the forms. What we have learned, we have to apply. If you don't apply, then it's of no use doing all this and not understanding what are the words coming and what is the format. So this is if ta'ala and this is the past tense, right? It is not an order. Okay. So وَقَدْ عَلِمْتُمُ الَّذِينَ اعْتَدَوْا مِنْكُمْ فِي السَّبْتِ فَقُلْنَا لَهُمْ كُونُوا قِرْدَةً خَاسِئِينَ. Right. So with this, we go to the next ayat and Dr. Abu Mohsin Saab is there, so he can take it.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وجعلناها نقالا لما بين يديها وما خلفها وموعظة موعظة للمتقين.
ما شاء الله.
فجعلناها and we made it نقالا لما بين, a different punishment لما بين يديها, and a different punishment for those who are present. وما خلفها, and those who succeeded them. وموعظة للمتقين, and a lesson for those who fear Allah.
MashaAllah, good. Alhamdulillah. So we made it as a deterrent example. So it when Allah Ta'ala is saying that was a deterrent example, it means that He actually had converted them into monkeys, right? It is not just a word or just a saying that it was like this. It was actually there, and people at that time, baina yadaiha means people who were present at that time, and khalfaha is the people who came after them. So it was a lesson for all of those people, which means the lesson basically was, and for us also the lesson is that don't break the laws of Allah, right? And don't find twisting ways to break the law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Follow it as it is. Don't question too much. So nakalan is a punishment that is to scare others so that they don't commit, and a lot of such examples in our Sharia where hands could be cut off if you are if you're robbing, and if that is done, then there'll be no people robbing, and there are other prescribed punishments, but all of them are a deterrent so that that sin doesn't happen again. Mau'izatan lil muttaqin is admonition and advice, and a reminder works only for those who have taqwa. That's why Allah Ta'ala is saying that lil muttaqin, and the same thing we have seen that in Surah Al-Baqarah when we started also, that this is a book for those who have taqwa, right? So taqwa is if that is not there, then you will not understand the examples that are being given, or you not follow it as much as it should be followed. May Allah make it easy for us to have taqwa and give taqwa to us. We should pray for that. So taking the two ayats together, and indeed you knew those amongst you who transgress in the matter of sabt. So we said to them, be apes despised, and we made it a deterrent punishment for those who were present and those who succeeded them, and an admonition for those who fear. So all these ayats that we saw today are some of the karamat, or some of the unusual things, or out of the normal things that Allah Ta'ala did. One of them was to raise the mountain, second of them was to punish them by making them monkeys, and a third that will be coming, the story of the cow also is there, which is coming, is also miraculously Allah Ta'ala make that dead person live, and then he said that who had killed him, and then he made dead again. So these are the out of the normal things that Allah Ta'ala had done, and that's why all the three stories are coming together. So Allah punishes the people who twist his orders. Punishment scares other criminals and deters them from the wrongdoing. Advice works only for those who have taqwa. So we should pray to Allah, help me to remember the punishment so that I stay away from sins. Okay, and I will make a list of 5 punishments given to people in the history, and remember it. The best and the most authentic book in that is the Quran, right? So these are the 2 ayats that we did today. Let's take the examples of the nouns and the plurals. Khasi'un is khasi'un, the plural of that is khasi'una and khasi'ina, right? Khasi'un is despised, singular, and the plural is khasi'una and khasi'ina. Mau'izatan is the singular, and mawa'idhun is the plural. Mawa'iz is the plural of mau'izah. Right? So khasi'un, khasi'una, khasi'ina, maw'izatan, mawa'idhun. So the trilateral word is simple. We have done it so many times before. Alima, ya'lamu, i'lam, alim, ma'lum, and ilm. Ja'ala, yaj'alu, ij'al, ja'il, maj'ul, and ja'al. Ja'al is to make or do. In the weak form, we have a lot of them. Qala also has have occurred so many times. Qala yaqulu qul, qail, maqul, and qaul. Kana yaqunu kun, kain, maqun, and qaun. Khasa'a, khasi'un, root word is khasa'a, to be, he was despised. Khasa'a, yakhsa'u, ikhsa', khasi'un, makhsu'un, and khas'un. Then we have wa'aza on the pattern of wa'ada. Wa'aza ya'idhu idh, wa'ada ya'idu idh, wa'ada ya'idu idh, wa'iz, maw'uz, and wa'adhun or maw'izah. So the word that has come here is maw'izah, but wa'adhun is also a verbal noun that can also be used. So these are the weak words and the conjugation of the weak words. Here also they are saying none of them is there, but i'tada is from the mazid fi. Okay. So we should be able, though they are not mentioning, we have seen that i'tada is from the mazid fi, and we have to recognize it and be able to dissect it out, inshallah. Right. So with this, we go to the grammar part for today, and in the grammar part, we have the word amana, which we have actually discussed once before, but that is what we'll be taking, inshallah. This is C. First we go for the grammar BE. Okay.
Adalla.
Yeah. Adalla is there after this. So the word that you are basically going to do today is amana. So this we have discussed before. Amana is the root word, hamza, mim, and noon. And when it goes to the 4th form of aslama yuslimu, we get amana yu'minu. Right? Amina is to be secure, and amana means to believe. The meanings are completely different by just changing the form. Right? This you have seen the different forms. Ta'aleem and muhasaba are very important in Islam. Don't waste your time in ikhtilaf. Use it in istighfar. and the root basic verbs of that are allama, hasaba, aslama, ikhtalafa, and istaghfara. Then we said do tadabbur and tadarus, to have better inqilab to Allah. But inqilab is turning, and the root the basic verbs of that are tadabbara, tadarasa, and inqalaba. Then we saw the weak words of fataha, nasara, daraba, sami'a, and with the weakness we had wahaba and wa'ada. We saw the word wa'aza
قال
today.
زاد دعا.
Qala, zada, da'a, and hada, right? And then we had dhanna and dalla, and we had hamzated words are amara, sa'ala, and kara'a. This is a brief revision, and this is what we saw. So today we are going to do amana, very important word and very, very commonly repeated word. So salima was aslama, and amina means to be secure, and the fourth form becomes amana, but when both of them join we say as amana, right? So this we make it as a khada alif or alif makhsura. So the conjugation is simple: amana, amanu, amanta, amantum, amantu, and amanna. So amantu billahi, I believe in Allah, is for singular, first person, right? This is the conjugation in the past tense: amana, amanu, amanta, amantum, amantu, and amanna. Right? So this is simple, nothing very complicated in this. We can have some spoken words. Hal amana, do you believe, or does he believe? Hal amana, does he believe?
نعم آمن.
Yes. Hal amanu, do they all believe?
نعم آمنوا.
Yes, they all believe. Hal amanta, do you believe?
نعم آمنت.
MashaAllah. Hal amantum, do you all believe?
نعم آمنا.
Right. So all of you all could have said together Naam Amanna. So that would have made the plural very easy. Maybe we can do it for the next plurals. Hal Amana bil Akhirah. Does he believe in Akhirah?
نعم آمن بالآخرة.
Hal Amanu bil Akhirah. Do they all believe in Akhirah?
نعم آمنوا بالآخرة.
Hal Amanta bil Akhirah. Do you believe in Akhirah?
نعم آمنت بالآخرة.
Yes, I believe in Akhirah. So now all of you can unmute your mics and answer. I'll ask the question and all of you can answer, so that that plural thing comes into the thing. Hal amantum bil akhirah?
Naam amanna bil akhirah.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah. So that indicates the plurality of it. Now coming to the present tense. So amana will become yu'minu, because of you will come because it is the fourth form. Aslama yuslimu, right? So amana yu'minu, and then everything will remain same. Yu'minu, yu'minuna, and the second person is tu'minu, tu'minuna. First person will be uminu and nu'minu. So here the difference is there. So just make a note of that. I'll just highlight it so that it becomes a little easier for you to understand. So in the first person, it is uminu, right? And because the hamza is not there in the plural, that's why the waw will come back nu'minu, right? So this is not u'minu, it is uminu, I believe, present tense, I am believing, and I will believe, uminu. And when we say for all of us, it will be nu with a jhatka. The hamza will give a jhatka in the pronunciation. This is not nu minu, it is nut minu. And for first person, it is u minu. U minu. This is mad, urfe mad. U minu. You have to pull two harkat, and here you have to give a jhatka because of hamza having a sukun. No minu. Okay. This is the difference that you have to remember in this particular thing. So just make a note of that. So the present tense is yu'minu, yu'minuna, tu'minu, tu'minuna, uminu, I believe, nu'minu, we believe, uminu, nu'minu, uminu, nu'minu. That's the only difference. So just make a note of this difference, and then we are done. Other things are not so complicated. So let's have a little spoken about this. Hal yu'minu, is he believing?
نعم يؤمن.
Yes, he is believing. Hal yu'minuna, are they all?
نعم يؤمنون.
Yes, they are all believing. Hal tu'minu, are you believing?
نعم أؤمن.
Uminu, not u. Uminu.
أؤمن.
Very good. Now all of you all can unmute and say the plural. It is no with a jhatka. Okay. Hal tu'minuna.
نعم
نعم نؤمن.
Right. So just remember that this is having a jhatka and the first person is not having a jhatka. This is mad. The top one is a hurf mad and the down one is the hamza with a jerk. Right. So here we'll say nam uminu and here it will be nam nu'minu. Right. So that's a difference.
People say no minuna.
Yeah. No, that is not there. No, naf alu, no, not naf anuna. So that is okay. But
Some
yeah,
people.
mistakes can happen here, but that way, right? So now we'll put akhira with that. Hal yu'minuna bil akhirah.
نعم يؤمن بالآخرة.
Hal yu'minuna bil akhirah.
نعم يؤمنون بالآخرة.
So we'll come to the first person and second person. Hal tu'minu bil akhirah. Do you believe in akhirah?
نعم أؤمن بالآخرة.
MashaAllah. Now everybody can unmute and say answer the question. Hal tu'minuna bil akhirah?
نعم
نعم
نؤمن
نؤمن
بالآخرة.
بالآخرة.
MashaAllah. Okay. So now we come to the order or amr. This is again slightly different, but not so difficult. The only difference is that there is a kasra and a sukun. So amana becomes yu'minu and the order becomes amin. Amin. Okay. There's a kasra on the meme and noon has a sukun. Amin means believe. Right. So when we say amana, he believed. Amanu, they all believe. Amin, believe, and aminu is order for all to believe. Right. So that is the difference. Amin is believe for singular and aminu is order for a lot of people to believe. And for negation will be la tu'minu, la tu'min, don't believe, la tu'minu, you all don't believe, right? So the difference is just fatha and kasra and sukun there. So that is what you have to remember. Amin, aminu, la tu'min, la tu'minu. So order, I'm ordering amin. Answer will be uminu. And when I say for all of the people, aminu, believe all of you.
نؤمن.
Nu'minu, mashallah. So all of
نؤمن.
Nu'minu. Not, don't pull the last this thing. Nu'minu. That's it. Not nu'minu. No, that will be wrong. That will be adding a vowel. So that is wrong.
نؤمن.
Nu'minu. That's right. Just single harkat. Right.
You
So
can say نؤمن.
nu'min, but yeah, you can say nu'min also when you are stopping. Amana and
Can we say
active.
نؤمن?
Nu'minu is better because then it completes the verb. No verb in the nouns. If you stop, it's okay. In the verbs, it is better to complete it. So amana and the active participle is mu'min. This is simple because we know this word. Amana is mu'min and the passive participle is mu'man. Min is the active participle, mu'man is the passive participle, and the verbal noun is iman. So aslama, yuslimu, muslim, amana, yu'minu, mu'min, mu'man, and iman. Right. So it's simple like Islam. The word is almost similar. Mu'minun, mu'manun, and imanun. Aslama, yuslimu is also almost similar. There's not much difference. But here to have, because of the hamza, you have to remember that it is uminu and nu'minu. That's the difference. Hal anta mu'min? Are you a mu'min?
نعم أنا مؤمن.
Hal antum mu'minun? Are you all mu'min? All of you can answer.
نعم نحن
نحن مؤمنون.
Mu'minun. MashaAllah. Very good. Right. So this is the addition of the feminine amanat, and for the present tense it will be tu'minu. Amanat and tu'minu. Right. That is the addition. So full gardan I'll just do once. Amana, amanu, amanta, amantum, amantu, amanna, amanat. Yu'minu, yu'minuna, tu'minu, tu'minuna, u'minu, uminu, and nu'minu, and tu'minu. Right. And order is amin, aminu, la tu'min, la tu'minu, mu'minun, mu'manun, and imanun. Right, so that is what completes the thing. The verb and the noun table is amana, yu'minu, amin, mu'minun, mu'manun, and imanun. Right, so that is the word amana. Translate into Arabic, we believed in Allah and His messengers. So somebody do it. We believed. Believed is past tense. We believed in Allah and His messengers. Who will do it? We believed. Somebody do it. We believed in Allah and His messengers. We believed will be what?
Amanna billahi.
Nahnu
Amanna billahi wa rusulihi. Right? So amanna billahi wa rusulihi. MashaAllah. Very good. Kullun amana billahi. Translated in English, kullun, each of them, amana billahi, believed in Allah. Okay. Answer with yes in Arabic. You've already done this. Hal tu'minuna bil akhirah. Do you believe in akhirah? Hal tu'minuna bil akhirah.
Naam u'minu bil akhirah.
No, it is tu'minuna. So the answer will be
Nu'min. Nu'minu. Nu'minu.
Nu'minu. Right? So that's what we did. Right. So the same way we have the word anfaqa, which means to spend. So anfaqa, it will be exactly on the same pattern as aslama. So the same words, we can just do it. This is easy, so you all can do it. I just go through it once. Anfaqa, anfaqu, anfaqta, anfaqtum, anfaqtu, anfaqna. The present tense anfaqa yunfiku. So yunfiku, yunfikuna, tunfiku, tunfikuna, unfiku, and nunfiku. And the order will be unfik, aslim. No, so
Anfik.
anfiku, la tunfiku, and the spender will be munfikun, munfaqun, and infaqun. Infaq is the spending or expenditure. Okay, so that was that. And since we have taken 2 lessons, we'll have one more word today. So the other word that we will have today is going to be adalla. So dalla, what does dalla mean? Dalla means what?
To go misguided.
Misguide.
No, dalla means he went astray. वो खुद भटका. And adalla means usko bhatkaya. Right? Like jalasa means he sat. Ajlasa means he made somebody sit. Bithaya. Okay.
Bithaya.
Right? So dalla means wo bhatka, or adalla means usne bhatkaya. Okay, that is the difference. So the other word that we are going to do today is adalla. Right? So we have 10 more minutes. I think inshallah we should be able to finish in that. Otherwise we will log in again like before. So this we all did. So we'll just skip over all this. Right. So the word is he misguided. Adalla. It has got an extra hamza in the beginning. So dalla means he went astray. Adalla means he made somebody else go astray. Dalla bhatka, adalla bhatkaya. That's the difference in the 4th form. So adalla, adallu. But since there is in dalla also we had the same thing. Dalla became dalalta, but here adalla becomes adlalta. Okay. So adalla, adallu, adlalta, adlaltum, adlaltu, adlalna. So the last part is going to remain same as dalla. So dalla, dallu, dalalta, dalaltum, dalaltu, dalalna. So here the front part is going to remain adalla. So adalla, adallu, adlalta, adlaltum, adlaltu, and adlalna. So the lam gets split. That is the only thing that you have to remember, inshallah. Okay, so with this we'll take some spoken words. Hal adalla, kya usne bhatkaya? Did he send astray?
Ma adalla.
Right, so he did not send astray. Means we are still not gone astray. Hal adallu, did they all go astray?
Ma adallu.
Okay. Hal
Ma adallu.
al adlalta, did you go astray?
Ma adlaltu.
Ma adlaltu, we did not go astray. Hal adlaltum, all of you can say together.
Ma
adlalna.
MashaAllah, very good. Alhamdulillah. That's the plural form, and we can say ahadan means anybody और किसी एक को भी नहीं भटकाया. So hal adalla ahadan.
ما أدل أحدا
ما أدل أحد
Hal adallu ahadan.
ما أدل أحدا
Right. Hal adlalta ahadan. Did you send somebody astray?
ما أدللت أحدا.
Right. Now all of you all can be ready, and I'll ask the question, and all of you can answer. Hal adlaltum ahadan.
ما
أدلنا
أدلنا أحدا.
أدلنا أحدا.
Right. So at least if we are not getting people to the right path, we should not send people away from the right path, inshallah. Right. So now coming to the present tense, the same dhamma will be there because this is again the fourth form. So adlala becomes yudlilu, adlala yudlilu, yudlilu yudliluna, tudlilu tudliluna, udlilu and nudlilu. So here it is simple. There's no complexity in this. So yudlilu, yudliluna, tudlilu, tudliluna, udlilu and nudlilu. Okay. So this is not complex at all. We'll take spoken words. Hal yudlilu.
ला युदिल्लु. एक्चुअली वो मिस्टेक है लगता, पढ़ने में मिस्टेक हो गया. युदिल्लु होना चाहिए, युदिल्लु.
Yudillu होना चाहिए. Yudillu.
लिलु नहीं.
Right. Hal yudillu.
ला युदिल्लु.
La yudillu. So with the present tense we say la, and in the past tense we say ma. Right? Just remember that. Hal yudilluna.
ला
ما
युदिल्लु.
يدلون
Hal tudillu.
لا
ما
उदिल्लु.
يدل
Now all of you all can be ready for the plural. Hal tudilluna.
لا
ما
नुदिल्लु.
يدلون
La,
ما ندل ما ندل
la it is not ma. La. Right. Mashallah. So we can say the qaum we have not went astray. The people we have not made people astray. Go astray. Hal yudillul qawma.
لا يدل القوم.
Hal yudilluna al qawma.
لا يدلون القوم.
Hal tudillul qawma. Did you send people to people astray?
لا أدل.
لا يدل
La udillul qawma. Now all of you will be ready for the plural. Hal tudilluna al qawma.
لا ندل القوم.
يدلون
Mashallah. Right. So here again, adlala is the past tense form. Yudillu is the present tense form, and the order is going to be adilla. Adalla, and the order is adilla. Right. So this is what you have to remember. Adalla is the past. Only this kasra is telling you that this is order. Okay. Dalla here and adilla here. Because this is double, that's why this difference is there. So for the order, just remember that the difference is adilla is the order, right? And the past tense is dalla adalla,
الله.
right?
أضل أدل.
So that is what you have to remember. Okay. So we'll go to the order. Adilla, adillu. Adilla is misguide. Adillu is you all misguide. La tudilla, la tudillu. Adilla, adillu, la tudilla, la tudillu. Take some spoken. La tudilla.
لا أدل.
Right. La tudillu.
لا ندل.
لا ندل
Ludillu. Right. So now the active participle is mudillun. Mudillun is the one who is making people go astray. Mudillun.
Guides.
Right. And mudallun is the one who is going astray. The person who is going astray is mudallun. जो फंस रहा है, जो भटक रहा है वो मुदल, और जो फंसा रहा है वो मुदिल्ला. Right? Active participle and passive participle. Mudillun and mudallun, and the verbal noun be idlalun. Dalalat में डालने का procedure, verbal noun is idlalun. So mudillun, mudallun and idlalun. That, and if we add the feminine form adlalta, adlalat, and the present tense will be tudillu. Right? So just take the full thing once. Adalla, adallu, adlalta, adlaltum, adlaltu, adlalna, and adallat. Yudillu, yudilluna, tudillu, tudilluna, udillu, nudillu. Feminine will be tudillu. Order is adilla, adillu, la tudilla, la tudillu, mudillun, mudallun, and idlalun. So that's the whole table. And the thing is adlala, yudlilu, adilla, order mudillun, mudallun, and idlalun. So Allah misguides the disbelievers. So what will it be? How will you say that? Adallallahul kafirun. Adalla, he misguides. And because Allah is doing it, adallallahu al kafirun, the disbelievers. Adallallahul kafirun. Okay. Translated in English, wa adalla fir'aunu qawmahu. And misguided Fir'aun qawmahu, his qawm. Answer with no. Hal adlalta al qawm. We have seen that. La adlaltul qawma. So like adalla, we have the other word ahabba, which will be on the same pattern. So we'll do it. Ahabba, ahabbu, ahbabta, ahbabtu, ahbabtu, ahbabna. And the present tense, ahabba yuhibbu, yuhibbu, yuhibbuna, tuhibbu, tuhibbuna, tuhibbu, and nuhibbu. And the order will be ahibba, ahibbu, la tuhibba, la tuhibbu. Right? Muhibbun, muhabbun, ihbabun. Ihbab is a very commonly used Urdu word also. Dost wa ahbab. Ahbab means mohabbat jise karte hain wo. Dost wa ahbab. Right? So this was the two things that we did. And alhamdulillah, we were, how was it? It was very fast or okay? Because we just had to do 2 words. If this is okay, then we can continue this way. We have about another 1.5 minutes before this meeting ends. So you can be quick on your questions and tell me whether this format of double is okay or no to cover in this much time.
It is okay.
It is not too fast. No, if it is not too fast, then we can
No.
continue so that we can sort of finish fast and then go ahead with the other things. Right? Any questions or doubts regarding today's session?
in Zalla, when there is Mazi,
Mhm.
Yuzillu also is fail Muzare. Zalla
Yeah.
Yuzillu. And
Adalla
in Azalla, Yuzillu same.
No, Adalla Yudillu is what we saw today, no? Adalla is past, Yudillu is present. I didn't get the question actually.
In the first we studied Zalla.
Correct.
Zalla.
Hmm.
In that also, the
Hmm.
Muzare is Yuzillu.
No. Dalla is not Yudillu. Adalla is Yudillu. The page will come only in the Mazid fi form.
But for Zalla, what is the Muzare? Zalla.
Yadillu.
Yadillu, not Yudillu. Yadillu.
Acha, Zabar and Pesh.
Zabar and Pesh, that is the difference.
Acha, that's fine.
We have just less than 1 minute. I think we'll have to log in again for the questions. So we'll just stop this.